Hello students, good morning to all of you. Today in this video we are going to complete the remaining part of Bose-Einstein statistics. If you see my previous videos, third video, fourth video of the statistical mechanics series, we have discussed Bose-Einstein statistics. First of all, before going ahead, means rest part of the question, that is Planck's radiation formula, I want to tell you something. See, the question which is asked in the examination is like, as you can see here, deduce Bose-Einstein statistics. Using Bose-Einstein statistics, obtain Planck's radiation formula. Okay. So this question is very important from the examination point of view. Students which are going to appear in 2020, this question you have to prepare, because as I see the pattern of the previous year question, this is very important. So generally alternate years this question is asked. So this question is not important from the knowledge point of view only, but examination point of view also. Okay. Now, question has two parts. In the first part, Bose-Einstein statistics. In the second part, using Bose-Einstein statistics, obtain Planck's radiation formula. The first part already we have learned in the previous videos. You may see fourth video of statistical mechanics series, which we were talking about Bose-Einstein statistics, its condition, and in that video I told you that in Bose-Einstein statistics particles are identical and indistinguishable. The total energy of the particle remains constant, total number of particles remains constant, and assuming these postulates or assumptions or conditions, we have already derived equation 8. Ni is equal to Gi upon e to the power alpha plus beta Ei minus 1. This is Fermi-Dirac distribution function, or you may say number of particle expression. Okay. Up to this we have already discussed in the previous video. So now we are going to discuss the remaining part, means second part of this question, which I have written at the top of this note. So remaining part is Planck's law of black body radiation. Okay, Planck's law of black body radiation. Actually, if you recall, this question already derived from in quantum mechanics, or you have read this question in previous classes. But today we are going to rederive the Planck's law of blackbody radiation with the help of Bose-Einstein statistics. Okay, for this, or to derive this blackbody radiation, Planck's law of blackbody radiation, we consider a black body whose volume is V, and It is kept at a constant temperature T. This blackbody chamber contains electromagnetic radiation. Radiation may be assumed to be made up of large number of photons, and that is why I have written here considered as an assembly of photons, large number of photons. If the number of photons in the chamber is very large, it means photons will be very close to each other. The spacing between the two successive energy levels become very small. This line is very important in the sense that in the previous part we have written here Ni here Ni, but here energy is discrete. When I say if there are large number of photons in the chamber, it means what do mean to say? What I want to say? I want to say that if the photons are very large, it means the spacing between the energy levels will be very small. It means energy you may consider continuous. Energy level almost continuous. Thus, if energy of the photons ranges from E to E to E plus dE, the number of degenerate states Gi, you can see here equation number 8, it is Gi, number of degenerate state. Once if I consider energy continuous, then in degenerate states Gi should be replaced by GeDE, and the total number of photon Ni in this state should be replaced by NeD. Now I return to the question 8. What is here? Ni. It will be replaced by NeD. What is here? Gi. It will be replaced by GeD. Okay. So come to the equation 9. See here NeDe. As I told you, Ge and De here. E to the power it is same. There is no change here. What is GeD? GeD is the number of states of photon having energy between E and E plus DE. Now, see the condition. In case of blackbody radiation, the total number of particles is not conserved. Okay? In the previous part, in the first part of the question, I told you the one of the condition is that total number of particle remains constant. But here there is a change. In the case of blackbody radiation, the total number of particles is not conserved. Cause, what is the reason? The reason behind this is that photons are absorbed and re-emitted frequently. When we say blackbody chamber and radiations are there, large number of photons will be emitted, large number of photons will be absorbed, and in this process, absorption and re-emission, if they do not balance each other, the total number of particles will not remain conserved. Okay, so this is the reason that I say that total number of particles is not conserved. It means d and I not equal to 0. If total number of particles is not conserved, not constant, it means its differentiation will not be 0, which implies that alpha is equal to 0. Okay, then see your equation and come to equation 9. What is this? E to the power alpha plus beta. Here alpha is equal to 0. So you can see in equation 10, alpha is not here. And one thing, beta here. Beta is written as 1 by kt. E as it is, beta is replaced by 1 by kt. And GED as it is. There is no change. Okay. Now, the number of quantum states corresponding to the momentum range from P to P plus dP is GPdP is equal to GS 4 pi V P square dP HQ. Here HQ is the volume, here P is the momentum, dP is the thickness. You can see here. This is P. Okay. This is your P radius and this is your dP. So here dP is missing. So you remember this one is dP, thickness, and this is the radius P. And the volume of the cell is 4 pi V and P square dP. As I told you, P is the momentum, dP is the thickness, and GS is the spin degeneracy, HQ is the volume. Here, GS, its value is 2. Why? GS is the spin degeneracy or duplicity of quantum state. Okay. Since a photon has two spin orientations in transverse direction, so GS is equal to 2. When GS is equal to 2, see here, we come to equation 11. When I take GS is equal to 2, then 2 into 4, this 4. 2 into 4, it will be 8. Okay, and rest terms are as it is. So therefore GPdP is equal to this one. Now energy of photon E is equal to h nu. I think you know from class 11, 12. Energy of photon is equal to E is equal to h nu. So its momentum is equal to h nu by c. And if P is equal to h nu by c, you can differentiate it. dP is equal to h d nu by c. See here, dP is equal to h d nu by c because h is Planck constant and c is speed of light. Here is speed of photon. Same thing, speed of photon in free space. That is the speed of light. So here, come to equation 12. What is this? P square. P square means h square nu square by c square. dP means h d nu by c. So when we use the value of P and dP in equation 12, we get equation 14, this one, G nu d nu. One thing you may see the change. Here G nu du, here Gp dt. Here the momentum range, here the inner frequency range. Why? Because here it is momentum P, and here in this equation momentum has been replaced by frequency, and that is why I have replaced P by nu and dP by d nu. Okay, so this one. Hence, expressing equation 10 in terms of nu. Now, this is your equation 14 and come to equation 10. NEDE. So now we are going to express in terms of frequency. It will be N nu d nu, and after putting this value here, this one 8 pi c nu in this equation, we get this one, which represents the number of photons. This one, number of photons having frequency range d nu. You can see the range. What is the range here? D nu. Number of photons having frequency range nu and nu d nu. Nu frequency range nu and nu plus d nu or range is d nu kept in a chamber of volume. This r will not be here by mistake, printing mistake, r will not be here, volume b at temperature T. Therefore, the energy density. Now, last sentence, energy density means energy per unit volume, total energy per unit volume. So here we divide it by V. Okay, all the things we have taken from here, we are going to calculate energy density, that is H energy by volume. Okay, n nu, so it will be h nu 8 by nu n nu from here, see here, this one. So E is equal to nu d nu 8 pi h by c q nu q on solving nu q d nu by e to the power h nu akt minus 1. So this is the Planck's law of black body radiation, which we have derived today from Bose-Einstein statistics. Okay, thank you.